Hello, everyone. I hope you're having a wonderful day. Today, we have a historical rules event for you. The first round here is auto and share, followed up by our second map, which is the roulette lane. You're seeing an overview of both of those maps right now. Thank you to our Patreon members for the support. If you'd like to support, go to the link in the description where you can get live streams of all the broadcasts we do. You can advertise your regiment on the bottom of our videos and get raw gameplay footage of all the events we do with no commentary and UI. And with that being said, our teams for today, we have a couple of them. Couple regiments on the Confederate side. We got the 6th New York, Shenandoah Regulars, Hoods Division, UEC regiments, 11th Mississippi, 13th Georgia, 20th Georgia, 4th Georgia, Davis Brigade, 2 Corps, and Jenkins Brigade. Whereas on the Union side, we got the Army of Northern Virginia, 4th New Jersey, 9th Corps, Hampton's Legion, 88th New York, 3rd Alabama, Lee's French Legion, and Toombs Brigade. Our server today is essentially full. We're at 350. CSA is outnumbering Union right now by 9 guys approximately. Union having 9 on 2, having 7. Co-commentating with me today, we have Cloud from A&V. Would you like to introduce yourself?
Hey, what's up? Yeah, it's Cloud from A&V. I'm part of their cavalry unit.
And so we appreciate you being here. The first couple minutes have gone by. Laptop crashed right as I started recording, right as the round was about to start, which is now at the 42-minute mark instead of the 40-minute mark. However, no bayonets and reloads until the 30-minute mark or when a side hits taking losses, I'm pretty sure. But, Cloud, you've been here for the first couple minutes, so what have we missed?
From what I've been a part of right now, the Union pushed up on both the left and the right side of the fields and capped early. Not sure what the idea was behind it, but I guess it did draw CSA back out onto the point, so I guess they're just trying to drain tickets that way.
You got A&V kind of on this right side. I see SR with them. Really the only Union group there. Brigade, kind of up front with the 88th, LFL behind. And HL and more A&V. So I think A&V of 6 Alabama's on the right. Rest of the Union appears to be pushing down this left side. Everything's already at low. Oh no. I'm getting a new PC later this week, so it'll be great. You got 4th New Jersey here as well. CSA defense, on the contrary, very spread out. You got the UEC regiments below me, 6th New York kind of out front. You do have the A&V killer pushing forward. Remember, no bayonets and no spreading until that 30-minute mark. So they got 2 Corps, 20th HD, right. And Union's down a chunk of tickets. Confederates actually recap the point. And 11th Mississippi now turning around to this right side. So, Cloud, I know you're on the Union side. I know you're a CSA regiment. So what's it like on the opposite side?
With the full server, it's pretty brutal right now. We can't even get down that road. But also, I think it's, playing into that no sprinting Bayos rule. So you're pretty, like, caught out in the open anywhere you go on these small skirmish maps with the, full 350 server.
Yeah. And I mean, that's the thing, like, when we're looking at this overview, the CSA defensive line spreads out across the whole width of the map.
Yeah, it's the whole map.
And they have, like, rows of guys defending the whole map, too. And this map you can kind of see everywhere, regardless of where you're defending from. So it's going to be very difficult for Union to kind of break through. Just how it is. They have no way to outmaneuver, outflank their opponent. They just got to band up as a blob and smack through their opponent. Especially with the quick flag respawns. Because everyone can get back in the game so quickly. So it's really hard to break the line by shooting. You really have to charge right through.
Yeah, that was a big topic of the podcast we did, but the flag spawns and server increase really changed how a lot of these maps are played now. This was completely in Union's favor, but I mean at the rate it's going right now, CSA's got quite a lead.
Yeah, and I mean half a morale stage from not even at the start of this. You do have 3rd Alabama. A couple other groups pushing up on the Union right. Confederates starting to adjust. The 4th Georgia. The quick timing, 4th Georgia, love them. 20th Georgia here as well. And they're just shredding the one Union group that went up here. And that's the thing, is that if any small Union group is going to push up here, they're going to get destroyed. I mean, granted, it doesn't help that they can't sprint or put bayonets on, but...
I'll stop for a couple seconds because I sprinted, my bad.
So it looks like artillery is focused on infantry. And I mean, it must be fun to play artillery on these more European style events, just because you got the double ranks and everything. That must be fun.
Yeah, so we don't enforce double ranks in HRE, but we do make, you know, like they at least got to be in a line like you see on your screen now. I think the most that will allow is open order, where they kind of have like one-man spacing.
Right.
But yeah, I mean, it allows for artillery just to kind of tee off on people when they're, you know, stood out in the open.
Fletcher with a great volley order, but I mean, you do have 3rd Alabama still up on the Union. It's not the 80th New York has kind of gone up on themselves. They have like 6-8 guys, and they're just going to get slaughtered. James is trying his hardest to hit with the pistol at that long range. Oh, that one hit short. That one, he's hitting the road. It's fascinating.
Yeah, so right now we're actually pushing down that hill from the Union.
Yeah, it's part
I think the goal is maybe to get a foothold up here, but
that's going to be a heck of a thing to do.
Yeah.
Straight ahead on the other street side, boys. Northwest, basically.
Who's all the way over here for CSA? These 6LA guys are really far back for CSA, but I mean, they have a great angle on Union approaching. They're right on the edge of out of bounds, at least for me. My out of bounds as a spectator is similar to the players, which I don't like, but that's besides the point.
Right now, get that flag up. The flag, that's ever flag. Get it up.
So, 10 minutes since the start of the round, technically. And Confederates a lot by a lot. Confederates actually really pushing up now, especially on the CSA right. Yep. HD, 2 Corps, 6 New York. Holy crap.
That volley now, that smoke now. Steady. Fire!
Yeah, it's not going too well for the Union right now. I don't know what's... They're really just joining.
I mean, the only way I see Union breaking through here is just you gotta, as a team, go up through one thing.
Yeah, that's what I was gonna try to tell them is, you know, we probably need to push. But I mean, like, look, you've got 50 guys up here on the hill while, you know, ANV was down there trying to get a foothold. Not really working together per se.
And holy crap, Union's about to go to engaged. And CSA's not even halfway through battle ready. I know you have to attack, but when the defending team can cover the whole side of the map like this and completely destroy everything you're doing, is it even worth trying to go up individually? Well, here comes the Union, they're going up and over. LFL is on the left. More Union starting to push down.
Yeah, the only way is if that whole group goes together.
Killer praising that friendlies are finally here. Seems Killer wanted to move down and then bait his friendlies into moving down as well. Bait's not the right word, but forming up the fence shooting. CSA falling back on the far right. Rest of the Union team is up here. 3rd Alabama is the first to go up and over the road.
Oh my god, that artillery blew up right in front of me.
3rd Alabama is actually kind of trying to go up this hill. 13th Georgia's trying to stop them. Not a lot though, but I mean great shots on 3rd Alabama. And there's a lot of CSA on the right that could shift over, but great job by Union. LFL is moving up. On the right, on the left, you have 6th Alabama, part of ANV. CSA using the bushes and shade as cover as
Focus
Union
on the
should hit a
cannon as
gauge
well,
at any
you can see
moment.
to the northwest.
Yeah, I'm surprised they got as coordinated as they did.
Rally over here, get flags. Resuming defense fire, send it.
See the CSA tickets kind of going down a lot faster than the Union tickets.
Yeah, so like from playing the CSA a lot on this map, the hill looks like a good fighting spot from CSA's perspective, but it's really not. There's no cover, and you lose more than you gain. Definitely in that wood line.
I mean, nearly the whole Union team is on this attack, whereas only half the CSA team's defending. The other half of the CSA is starting to push up further right and flank because they fell back earlier, but now they're pushing back up, trying to get some flanking shots. Union is on point for New Jersey is,
I think
but
Killer
Union does
just
hit a gauge.
noticed it.
Yeah.
He has us. Yeah, he has us looking that way now.
Form it up. Single line, no double rank.
You guys got a little deflate here that you're using. I don't know if Union is intending to cap or not, but looks like they're not. It's going back down. And going back up.
At this point, I don't think it would be a bad thing just to like stop time because they are ahead on tickets anyways.
Right. I mean, Union's catching up on tickets too.
That is, yeah.
It's kind of weird. The starts and end of bars, for some reason, feel to go very slow compared to the middle of the bars. CSA's pushing up in the center. 20th Georgia is, as Union's pushing up. A and B is first to go in. 6 Alabama charging in.
Here they come to the left.
We did hit the 30-minute mark, so bayonets and sprinting is now a thing.
Let's go, 13. Hold, boys, hold.
But only 6 Alabama went in and they died. Mr. Thomas Parr, the last one alive, dies to Rolo. Some CSA. Oh my god.
We got a CSA, yeah, sitting right on point in front of us.
What? I don't know why 11th MS is here. Maybe to keep the point contested in CSA's favor, but oh, that was a good arty shot. Knocked down a lot of that line. I don't know if it killed.
I got that's us. I got knocked down.
That's a lie. We just got knocked down.
I mean, a lot of people in the middle
Damn it, I
just,
misfired. Fuck.
the entire middle line is gone.
So, as 11th Mississippi actually is surviving a lot better than anticipated, more reinforcements rolling up behind them. You got the LFL, 3rd Alabama, SR, they're pushing up. Mr. Tawgrays, the flag.
В ноги целься или в грудь. Верхняя часть, нижняя видная часть тела.
Не в строю.
В яйцам стрелять, по яйцам стрелять. Пострелите им яйца.
And CSA is going to keep that point contested. They are going to hit engage. Union actually falling back, A&V being defeated as 11th MS and USD regiments are wiping them out. We'll see what those Union respawns do, because Union's kind of getting contained over here. LFL and 3rd Alabama is the last 2 groups that you really have over on this Union right. And I mean, if I were Union coming from Swan, assuming they get organized, go in there right away, because 11th Mississippi and now the UEC regiments are trying to roll up behind the Union regiments left, and Union can flank the groups trying to roll up behind, and I think that's what's happening. Got TB and A and B doing that exactly. Oh my goodness, CSA doesn't see him.
Oh my, yeah, that's devastating. It's CSA, that's gonna really hurt him.
That's... I like the idea of trying to wipe your opponent, but again, Union's spawn's really close. It's not like the maps are terribly big, and this is kind of an open battlefield. You kind of see what's going on. CSA charging down the hill, and it looks like they're going to wipe the Union down on the bottom. Mr. Blue Cloud, oh, he didn't make it the flag, but CSA reclaims the field, and they're up a little They're up about a half a morale stage.
C'est allié devant, les mecs à la barrière passent alliés. Ils ont avancé pour faire du feu.
Alright, gents, right wheel, march.
Et il reste dans le...
Ok,
C'est les mêmes
on va viser le mur. Messieurs, oui, oui.
Ah, ça arrive
We
depuis
will
le...
charge
Ça va arriver
at the
depuis le
wall.
muret,
Pokes
attention.
out first. We're gonna poke out first.
Check it.
6 New York is like the center of the battlefield. It's fascinating. But Union team reforming at Maine?
Yeah, they were completely wiped in that instance.
I mean, that's crazy. Like, that's the best the Union's had probably in a long time. At least I don't share a Kaipa. Honestly, a lot of these skirmish maps that on the smaller, medium side, size maps, that's probably the best attack I've seen on these high pop servers. Because most of the time they get across and get charged out right away and die. But they held there for a good chunk of time.
Alright. After your next shots, get your bayonet on.
Fixed.
Come here.
Fixed.
Up and over, back to the bushes.
Almost 20 minutes through the round and CSA is almost down. CSA is down one morale stage. That's very slow pace. But it's not really surprising if you think about it too much. 6 Alabama's pushing forward with like 6-7 guys.
Bushes on the road in front.
Looks like they're just trying to get shots, CSA, but
Yeah, Union's just trying to, I guess, get regrouped up on that top stone wall for the most part.
yep. Good chunk of them are.
Allez, on forme à la droite. Ah là là.
So we'll see when Union decides to move up again. It'll probably be.
It looks like now.
Looks like now. Okay.
Yeah,
quick.
LFL's moving.
Yep. Yeah, you got the 3rd Alabama on the far right. LFL kind of to their left. They're right next to 3 of their flags, which I think is a big thing for the Union, not having these flags. They gotta go get them. Third Alabama sending some guys to get those flags.
Fire. Connor, hit that flag.
Break reload, get on the rocks. Reload and cover. Reload and cover or you...
So CSA kind of using that hillside as cover, the bushes. Some not using the bushes, but most are. You got more Union growing down the hill. I got A and V here, 88th, New York.
You guys' flags.
Paul Gray helping the glorious A and V nose.
Yeah.
So Union's. Oh, what the happened to my screen? Union again trying to push up this right side. More and more groups coming off that wall. CSA again flanking on this side. You got the 6th New York, the UEC regiments, and Davis Brigade. And Union's trying to go up and get in there. Artillery shot ricocheting off a rock right in front of A and V. As A and V is hitting 11th Mississippi right now, 20th Georgia moving in to assist.
We'll hang out here for a second.
And Union's trying, but A and V charge kind of fizzling out. But you got 3rd Alabama, LFL, I got CHL as well going in here. It's going to be really hard for Union to break CSC here with these flag respawns as well.
Look at those.
More
tickets
Union pulling up.
dropping, though.
Yeah, actually, it looks like Union's winning on this front. As despite my comment a moment ago, it's the whole Union team versus half the CSA team.
It took what, I guess 20 minutes almost for them to get organized, but
Yeah,
that was probably the best attack they've had.
they have, and even in the end, it took all the Union team to break the CSA here. I mean, if the CSA team on the right rolled up right now, they could
Oh
probably sweep.
yeah,
But again, that's the thing with not having a Steam chat or whatever, and just trying to see things on the battlefield. It can be a heck of a thing. Union's almost down to taking losses though. Confederates about 2/3 of the way through engaged. I mean, you got these 6LA guys starting to push to the left. Obviously, CSA is going to get their respawns. They're right there too, so they're going to get right back in the fight. And Union is taking time to reform. Again, they got beat up pretty badly. I get Union's trying to reform, but I like where LFL's holding up on top of the hill. The rest of the Union needs to get up there because the ground they just took, they don't want to lose that to respawns. Oh no, 6LA. Oh no! LFL just destroyed. Shot right through, killed half of them, and there's a barn.
Sorry there.
oh, poor Zio.
I saw the star, I didn't really notice the name.
So CSA kind of pushing up, getting a little more aggressive, trying to retake this ground. I see Union retreating on the backside, on the right. And SDFC slowly gets back to strength. I think Union's probably going to be pushed out here. Because 3rd Alabama looks like they fell back. HL looks to reform from the stone wall. Looks like TB also reforming at the stone wall.
Oh, we're
A and V, the only group left up here, and the rest of the CSA team is here. A and V, rest in peace.
Get back down, come on.
And CSA on the right is actually charging in. The UEC regiment's getting up close and personal with the Union. Union is now very disorganized. It's just going to take time for them to reform. They're trying to flank around the right side again, but it's not going to work. HL, they're all by themselves. I think 88th up here as well. LFL, A and V guys here reforming. But the whole CSA team is just pushing them out.
Yeah, really great defense by the CSA team right now. Union has even the tickets out a lot more though.
Yeah, that's true. But, oh, what a volley from the 6th New York. Holy crap, they just shredded the LFL. And 88th, I think they're here as well. Holy crap. That was crazy volley. Union falling back now.
Yeah, time's starting to play a bit of a factor.
I mean, it's a great defense from CSA, but I mean, when you have the numbers on this position on a small map, I expect it. But they're still doing a heck of a job. This is beautiful to watch. 3rd Alabama's pushing back up, reinforcing position where NYV and LFL were, but I mean, 6th New York is throwing bullets down there. They're aiming again. I don't know who they're aiming at. I think these guys. Good chunk of overshots.
Keep up fire, boys. Keep up fire. I want to hear muskets going off. Keep up fire.
I'm surprised these Union flags aren't falling back where 3rd Alabama, LFL 88 there. They're just getting completely shot up while the rest of the Union team's trying to reform at main. Again, Union needs everybody.
That's right. Direct front.
And if you look at CSC side, I mean, these are just great shots that they have. I see one USA flag falling back. Looks like the 6th New York pulled off. And outside of 3rd Alabama, that's holding forward. Rest Union's falling back. CSA's about to taking losses.
Hold to regroup, yeah.
I won't be surprised CSA hits taking losses, but I won't be surprised if we see kind of a similar match play out next round.
Yeah, that roulette lane is going to be like a really tough defense for CSA to break.
Yeah, because I mean, if Union holds that whole stone wall and snake fence, it's just a hard thing to break. But I guess that makes winning as the attackers that much more rewarding. I wouldn't be saying that if we were on like at 100, 150 pop, maybe 200 player server.
Yeah.
Because CSA on roulette is very biased towards them on the smaller pop servers. So LFL is going to the left side now for Union. You got HL behind. 88 following. TB's in the center shooting. A lot of the Union just sitting on the stone wall. CSA on the contrary. Let's see what they're doing up in here. You got 6LA on the left. 4th Georgia HD. 11th Mississippi. I see 13th. They're all on CSA left. In the center, 11th Mississippi is actually shifting down towards the center. I see Jenkins Brigade, Davis Brigade, 20th Georgia, 6th New York. And DB and more 6LA on the right. A lot of CSA is actually pushing up this left side. As HL is pushing up. I don't know where LFL went. Maybe they died, but...
Not sure. Somebody lost a flag.
Yeah. Union pushing down the right side as well. 3rd Alabama is... And HL is actually charging the CSA artillery out. Looks like CSA artillery got out way before Union got there, which I appreciate. And HL's retreating. They're all spread out in an open field. Great shots for CSA guys. Hitting a couple. And Union's pushing up the flash line. 6 New York is pushing right up to where the Union's holding. Some charging happening on point as well. 11th Mississippi holding here. Ticket difference going back to more than a half a morale stage now. 6 New York and 11th Mississippi really pushing the Union out of that defilade there.
Yeah, nobody's communicating, it seems like, on Union. At least from what I can gather. Everybody's just kind of doing their own thing.
And yeah, it looks like that now. I mean, Union's kind of spread out across the whole map. And I mean, even when you guys communicated on that right side as a team, it was beautiful, but that's so hard.
Right there, there's a flag right in front of you, boys. Take aim, cut the grass.
Because, like Cloud said earlier, the time is going to be a factor now. Less time to communicate, less time to talk. Likelihood you do your own thing is a lot higher. And it's definitely a lot easier to do your own thing as the defending side when you cover the whole side of the map. But looks like we got LFL charging the left side. Davis Brigade falling back right away. Except for Mr. Bundy, who's staring at the sky. So LFL's got the rocks, but they don't have a flag. Flag's kind of holding back. Oh my goodness, CSA is forming such a beautiful line on point. And everything around us.
Actually, right next to these friendlies. Attention, company.
I mean, CSA is definitely going to hit breaking, and Union's going to have to win a charge. But the question is, can they? I do not know.
Right at the house.
Keep shooting, keep shooting. Whatever you see.
Watch your fire, friends, front!
On the jersey. Oh, they're going. Nope, ceasefire.
Union's going up and over on the right. I see some TB in front, A and V behind.
Just charge.
CSA shifting kind of off that center line. We're looking at Union's about to hit breaking.
Go to the rock, go to that rock right in front of us.
Dang, that Union flag has a lot of bullet holes through it. And A and D just getting slaughtered at that spot.
Yeah, pretty rough.
More Union moving down, but it's very trickle down. And that's the thing as well. Union team is kind of bunching up in one or two big spots, whereas CSA is very spread out. That's just also, granted, that's what you kind of got to do as attackers. You got to block up and go in, but Union looks like they're charging up the right side. A and V in front, engaging with the 4th Georgia and 13th. I see those tags there. Union's gonna have breaking. CSA, some falling back, some holding here. A little confusion. Union's gaining ground.
Yeah, it looks like the charge worked. They're definitely breaking that CSA line. I just don't know if it's too little too late at this point.
I mean, you got plenty of time to knock on the breaking. I think it. I don't know. I don't think CSA is going to hit last stand, but every time I say that, it happens. The thing is, too, is Union. I don't know. It's hard. There's a lot of CSA pushing up on that right side. Union hit breaking, and it's allowing Union to win this. And Union needs to keep these flags and reform quickly because they've claimed the left side of the map. CSA respawn's getting back in. Couple CSA guys use this house. The JB.
I see that. Oh my gosh. Yeah, there is a trick to get up on those roofs. I just didn't know anybody would do it.
It's
But
funny
if
to
it's
watch.
anybody, it's gonna be JB and HRE there.
Love JB.
Yeah.
You got the 3rd Alabama, A and B. I see HD as well, holding up on the top side. 3rd Alabama is now charging into the remnants of the CSA in the center. CSA respawn starting to come in though. And I see 13th first. Yeah, they took the brunt of the charge.
Yeah, I love playing with and against 3rd Alabama. They're a handful.
It's I've liked their play style, that's for sure.
Yeah, the roof on the house.
So Union respawns have to get up here quickly. It looks like they're halfway across the field charging. CSA spawns for main are still kind of getting organized. CSA moving on the point as well. The guys on the right collapsing. And
Yeah, Union has an interesting foothold where they're at because they're like in between CSA spawn, but also like the point.
indeed. 6 Alabama starting to get around the Union. More Union reinforcements pulling in. I see TV and HL.
6 out! Get on the face! Right back! 6 out!
I don't know. Maybe Union should try to go for point. I don't know. I don't know how much longer they're going to be able to hold this, especially, I mean, most CSA respawns are now back in the match. And again, CSA very spread out, all shooting at one concentrated area where the Union's over.
There we go, there we go, there we go. This is it. Tennessee Brigade, rally up, boys! Tennessee Brigade to the white fence with HL, Tennessee! Independent fire.
Some CSA getting a point blank on Union from behind, 6LA. Oh, rest in peace, man.
Yeah, no.
13th, 11th MS and 13th collapsing now on Union. More CSA on the right side getting closer. I don't know. I think Union had a chance here to at least go to the point, but regardless, it would have been hard.
Yeah, too much hesitation. They should have known that CSA'd be up on the hill above them.
I mean, yeah, when those respawns get in eventually, they're just going to envelop you, and they've kind of done that. So CSA is going to hit braking. Some Union got a lot of Union not here. They're all at main. CSA again, just slowly enveloping. 11th MS charging in here now. The HD as well, and the Union charge fizzling out.
Well, they did get CSA down the braking, but they're still down half a ticket stage.
Right, and
they lost flags.
I mean, because if Union tries to go and hold down a point, CSA is going to be able to shoot them down probably. If not that, charge them out.
Rally here for a minute 15.
Bayonets and buck and ball, gentlemen. It's gonna be that kind of day.
There's Rolo. Go no 13th and stay here.
Get 13th. Buck and ball if you have it.
About face on me.
South, south, south.
I'm not gonna fire at the stone wall.
We have friendlies to our southwest.
Thank you.
So Union still kind of taking their time, forming up at main. Almost have 5 minutes left.
They didn't matter. Jesus Christ.
And Union's maybe got one more organized push at this point.
We cannot go one by one anymore. We've got to work as one fucking army.
We have to stay together, or we're gonna get chewed the fuck apart.
We've got to work as one army, all together. Put your fucking egos aside. Let's get this job done.
Come on, boys. We're
Defense.
I don't think we can climb this, can we?
I don't think we can. What? It was worth seeing if I could.
Looks like Killer and from Moss from LFL are getting a charge ready on this backside.
And can they coordinate it with the rest of the team is going to be the biggest thing.
I don't think so at this point.
We should try something coordinate and charge the point.
You want me
We
to
can with the
go
win zone.
tell them, Killer?
Yeah, Pearl, go run and tell them we're charging.
We need to go soon though, I'm running out of time.
It looks like, yeah, it looks like, did the other set of Union charge?
The other Union team on the right side, it looks like they're starting to go in same time as the CSA or the Union on the left. You got a Union regiment holding on the house, though they're not going in. Union charge is very trickled and spread out. A lot of CSA holding on point. Oh my goodness, the Union getting shredded on this right side by 13th and probably a lot more guys. Envy and LFL's charge on the other side. Same thing's kind of happening here. Union's about to hit final push.
Yeah, pretty brutal.
And yeah, Pickett's charge. Actually, no, this is Fredericksburg. There we go. Final push.
Don't shoot.
And Union just got completely slaughtered. That was a lag spike. Union spawns trickling in. Or I don't know if 3rd Alabama's late. I don't think they would be late. But I mean, I pretty much CSA's not going to hit last stand. Union's going to be very disjointed for the remainder of this game. So I don't see it.
Yeah, I'm not sure if this may be a swap in bias for this map, just if you're playing on a full server or not.
I mean, the server pop will determine the bias of the map. It's with roulette lane over the years as the server pop has increased, Union's starting to win that more. And now it's very evident with maps like Otto and Sterrick that we're watching now. Sure, even though the server pop was kind of increasing, we're still going in Union's favor, but when you have a full server, it's going to be defender bias at this point. It's very hard for Union to break through. So Union charging in here, very piecemeal across the entirety of the map, the width of the map. And CSA slamming into them as well. 45 seconds, points in CSA's favor. It ain't even close. They're not even halfway to last stand.
How many votes, monsieur? Make a fucking sandwich, boys. Fire 12.
Keep shooting him. Keep shooting him.
Yeah, I'm quite interested to see Roulette Lane with a full 350.
I'm pretty sure it'll be the same thing, but of course we see that's why you do the battles, right?
Because
yeah,
there's really no other place, you know, besides that wall and fence line to put Union. So, you know, uprooting 150 guys off of that section is going to be kind of crazy. Or, well, I guess 170 or whatever.
Yeah. Be a heck of a thing, but Cloud, you got any thoughts for this first round?
You could tell the CSA was just a lot more organized on their defense. Probably had a linear strategy based on, you know, what we've seen. And it seemed like once the first initial plan from Union broke apart, they just, you know, they started doing their own thing, and it just didn't work out.
Yeah. I mean, I appreciate, I think Union had 2 good pushes, and that was really nice to see. But, I mean, CSA, they just did exactly what they needed to do. They just, when Union finally pushed up and broke through at a certain point, they just enveloped them and wiped them. Sure, sometimes Union took advantage of that envelopment. We saw that with TB and A&V taking advantage of that. But regardless, heck of a job by CSA. They did exactly what they needed to do. And I mean, the cool part about these big servers is just look at the casualty mark right now. It's a heck of a thing. It is.
Oh my, yeah.
We'll see what Roulette has in store for us, and we will see you soon for round number 2.
Almost 1,000 difference in casualties.
That's insane. And here we are with round number 2, Roulette Lane CSA going down the traditional CSA route to the Union right. You see Union kind of forming up this big L formation with a good amount of groups holding back, kind of almost in reserve in a sense, but in balance is 11 initially in favor of CSA, but when you consider that Union has 10 on artillery, that's up to 21. So 21 infantryman in balance. Obviously, with the high pop server, artillery is going to have a chance to be great. Their first shot hit a house. I don't know if it killed anybody, but oh, you have a couple. The JB guys going through the water.
JB Marines.
JB Marines.
I'm gonna pee. I'm gonna grab some ass.
You know, you don't really get to use that feature very much, but it's pretty neat seeing it.
It is. That's the thing is, I wish they would work on maps. Like, we have 3 big map packs, 4 technically if you want to include drill camp, but we have these big map packs, and there's a lot of areas that we could use to make maps. And seeing fall damage and the water stuff is great and all, but make 1 or 2 new maps a month or something like that. I think that'd be great. But regardless,
CSA is pushing the corner.
Indeed. Right away, actually, it's 13th Georgia first, and initial volley killing 2 of them.
Left, didn't finish fire.
Matt,
Shoot him down.
geez, they're being aggressive. Aggressive CSA team is actually collapsing on this position. The good old double quick. Seeing this in double quick is wild. Union kind of refusing to come down from the top of that hill, though. A lot of Union popping up and over stone wall on the road. Great spot for shots.
Get to the stone wall, boys.
13's right here, rally to me.
DSA's winning the point. Union is going down the right side of the hill. Artillery, great shot into the center of that line.
I'm in the pole.
Away from the wall. rifle as a firearm, not a club. Alabama, za mną. Alabama, za mną.
And wow, CC is actually doing this very well. I mean, CSA is playing this exactly how you should on a higher pop server. You blob up as one big team, you move together, and you take a spot, and you're holding it well. I mean, a couple CSA guys are sitting in the back shooting, some 6LA guys, but the rest of CSA is holding up here. If there was ever a time for artillery to impress me, the time is now. CSA is so bunched up. And I mean, CSA has taken control of the stone wall. Union artillery overshooting barely.
Reloading, brow crouching is safe.
The Union's trying to kind of go to the right side using this field. 4th New Jersey is, but they're just getting completely shot up. I mean, again, CSA now has a stone wall, and they cap the point. Artillery shooting short, knocking over a couple.
I don't know what I don't know where to find them.
I mean, the Union side, I liked how they were initially holding, but you kind of gotta collapse on the attacking position. Artillery overshooting, but it went through a good chunk of guys. I think you killed a friendly there, but you gotta collapse on it. And unlike Otto and Sherrick, with the stone wall being here, and this, really the stone wall, Confederates can use it very well. And Confederates now completely spreading out, artillery hitting the stone wall, killing a couple, but CSA have taken the field.
Yeah, it's pretty sad attempt at a defense by Union. They had half of them just sit up the hill and watch while CSA double quicked into the corners. Blows my mind. Like, I don't, as a unit leader, what are you thinking in that situation? Like, why would you just watch your friendlies get swarmed by an entire team and not support them?
Yeah, and I mean, it's a stone wall. You can't let your enemy team just waddle up and take that position. I mean, it's with this map entirely, if you let the CSA take the snake fence or the stone wall, or any position along this kind of L, it's devastating for Union. You're not going to win. At this point, Union's not going to win. Let CSA take that position, and as Cobb was just saying, they just sat up and shot. And then when they tried to get around the CSA on the right side, they went to an open field and kind of shot towards the stone wall. There's just too many CSA that ain't going to work.
Why are we not? Let's go.
There needs to be a line.
Holy crap.
They did exactly what I thought they'd do, and it worked.
I don't know how.
CSA is slowly creeping their way up this snake fence. They're just, you got some 4th New Jersey trying to push up into CSA, but there's like 10 of you guys against the whole CSA team.
Yeah, it's just too little too late. Like, we've already lost the defensive position that mattered. Like, we're not gonna win this match.
All right, thank you all for watching. I hope you enjoyed the HR. You got some CSA actually pushing down the road to Union spawn. You do have one Union regiment out in the snake fence on that far side, but Union hitting engaged already. What do we got? 11th Mississippi up against TB. TB's all by itself out here. And TB is just outnumbered and going to get destroyed. This is systematic. Holy crap.
No, we are going on flag duty.
Take out any flag you see as quickly as you can.
Hey, get that arty down. Get that arty down.
So, I assume we're gonna get the taking losses before the 30-minute mark, but that's when they can get bandits and reloads. At that point, I mean,
Yeah, so the rule is if they cap early, it's half of that gold timer is when the bayonets will
oh, it's
spare.
half the gold timer. Okay.
So I think it's what 18 or 19 for the gold timer or something like that.
The gold timer starts at 20 during battle ready.
Okay. So yeah, if it's
10-minute mark.
yeah, whatever the half point of that is.
Jeez, Louise. And Union outside of a couple LFL, 88th, and HL guys, CSA is taking the stake fence. Now I don't know how much planning goes into the coordination side of things, but I really wonder if Union came up with a game plan for if they lost the position. Very hard to retake, right? But
Come with me, Paul.
holy crap. I mean, you got a good chunk of Union spawn. Union's just kind of huddling up by the artillery, which... I don't even know what to say anymore about this match. Holy crap.
Yeah, I'm at a complete shock.
I mean, huge props to CSA. I mean, if the opposing team is going to blunder like that, take advantage. CSA is basically outside of a thing or two have played so far. So far, they've played today perfect.
Yeah, and you know what? I almost think that the imbalance in infantry, you know, with the artillery and whatnot, probably played a difference as well.
That's true.
20 extra guys with, you know, what I'm assuming are 1842s and buck and ball will definitely nullify a position pretty quick in close quarters.
Yep. And I mean, artillery outside of a good shot or two, I haven't seen anything yet. And they had a great chance earlier. Granted, they still have some chances, but not as great as when the whole CSC team is bunched up into a little tiny area. So,
yeah, I mean, when you give up the position like that, you know, it just artillery can't do anything from that point because they just don't have an angle anymore.
And CSA is a lot more spread out now too.
Yeah, I mean, I guess in theory they could turn and canister this fence line, but I don't, you know, what it's really gonna do.
What, kill 5 or 6? They're gonna get back in 30 seconds.
Yeah.
All those guys. So.
Yeah, I'll be honest. Either CSA is or Union will hit final push, or they will not recap before that gold timer runs out.
I don't expect a recap unless CSA blunders, but CSA kind of looks like they're trying to charge out the artillery. 20th, 4th Georgia, 13th Georgia, pushing up the left. I see JB on the right, using the Union caissons and artillery guns that are up there to their advantage. However, the CSA not pushing with the flags, and of course, once I say that, the UEC pushes up with the flag. CHD moving up as well. And Union kind of has an advantage here because the whole CSC team just pulled off that snake fence, and Union does have numbers up here. Confederate Team engaged. Got a lot of Union gathering up on this road, or around it rather, kind of shooting down towards a CSA blob. So I don't know. Union might have a good shot right now to retake the point as they hit taking losses, but that doesn't really matter. It's 12 minutes left on that gold timer.
В общую линию, сюда, в общую линию, в общую линию.
GSA actually holding a lot better than I thought they would. They're actually slowly
Yeah,
whittling away.
Union is just getting bullied.
This is sad. And again, at this point, if I were the Union artillery, I would join infantry. That's your best bet.
Have they
for maybe
not?
Huh?
Have they not at this point?
No, they still got 9 guys
Oh
on
my
artillery.
god.
2 officers, which those are very fair. Take the officer slots, but
Yeah.
Mike, Paul, Mike, come with me. Paul, Mike, come with me.
yeah, holy, this is insane. 1 Union group's moved to the center of the field. I don't know why 11th Mississippi is moving out to the middle of the field to counter these couple A and B guys. Stick behind that stone wall.
So you're supposed to be in Wee's flag, yeah. Yeah, I'm trying to, Gamebot, I'm trying to get everyone basically to go down from the cannons directly towards the point, because we need to get basically, oh, for fuck's sake.
Yeah. 3rd Alabama's kind of moving out to the middle field as well. CSA is about to overtake this Union cannon position. Owens from 4th Georgia is going in. Rest of 4th Georgia following. I mean, if Union gets around and takes the top of this artillery position, which they're having a bonk off right now, then they're just going to completely get behind the Union and sweep up. And that CSA just took another row of caissons. Union falling back. And now HD's going up. I assume UEC is going to rejoin or join up.
Yeah, this is brutal.
My apologies for jinxing the Union by saying they have a good shot, but
well, I mean, you would think, and with, but I was completely taken aback that they allowed the CSA to just double quick up into the corner and take it like that.
Yeah, it's absurd. Normally CSA generally go around this left side, gotta hold down on this hill for a little bit. It's a nice little defilade and then push up to the fence. But no, they just went straight at it, and it worked. CSA charging up through the artillery now, taking more guns. You got a couple of Union guys. James Wesley from the 88th charging. Oh, I think he tried talking with them, but he just got blown up right away. 9 minutes left on that clock. We should have, I'm pretty sure, bayonets.
Yeah, they should have Bayos on at this point.
Yeah. I saw some. I was looking at TechSet to see if there was an announcement for it. One of the spectators says, "GG, Bayos and sprinting just got announced." Okay. There's some comments from the Union side saying shooting in the spawn ?
I mean, it's more just shooting down that road. I mean, it's just part of the way the map design is.
Yeah, I mean, Union's holding their CSA shooting at them. A couple of them are gonna go in the spawn. So. You got CSA actually charging down from the top of the cannons into Union on the side. Actually, it's 11th Mississippi who's holding in the center of the field. Slamming into HL, wiping them completely.
Goodness.
TB. 11th Mississippi continuing. 3rd Alabama's trying to charge at their side. Actually, 3rd Alabama's moving out. They don't realize they're there. TB got hit pretty hard. They're still there. Union's countercharging this.
Yeah, it almost looked like TB didn't even see HL get charged. The way they reacted, but I mean, luckily 3rd Alabama was there.
Yeah. So Union holding successfully. 7.5 minutes. And again, great. I mean, not a bad charge from CSA. They didn't lose their flag. They kept their flag back. CSA has completely taken Union artillery. They're enveloping the Union spawn. This is... Holy, this is crazy.
On the road.
At the double quick forward.
They're all scattered around the road.
Union is kind of starting to move to this snake fence, but they're just getting completely shot up. A&V is kind of pushing up 4th. Georgia is pushing down to the fence line, though. And Union's about to hit breaking.
Return fire to the west-northwest. Where's TJ at? Right there, on TV. Return fire to the west. Oh, come on!
CSA, these 2 Core 6 LA guys are shooting down at Union who are holding up the snake fence, and some guy was yelling, "Look south," or whatever direction, and fire on them, fire on them. I think Donnie was like, "Gosh darn it!" Like,
Oh my gosh, yeah, you could tell. Yeah, there's quite a bit of frustration going on in the lines. You can hear, but
when you're getting beaten this badly, yeah.
We have a death lead here, killer. We just pulled back a little bit.
I mean, this is just 5.5 more minutes, maybe less, assuming Union's final push, but I don't know. I mean, it's got almost a 2 morale stage difference. It's 1 2/3 right now.
Hey, what's up, team, man? Барон, Алабама сдохла, чи що?
Spring, we're over here.
Yeah, I see him. No problem, dude.
Yeah. I know.
Too big of a clusterfuck, dude. Thanks for that,
I know. That's why I'm trying to. I was trying to stay behind and make sure people don't go over there.
Yeah, no problem, dude. No problem. Oh,
CSA is pushing even further towards Union spawn here. Up against the snake fence they were holding a minute ago. The Union team gathered up on this road right now.
Yeah, you already shot me for that one.
Form on the right fence. Form on the fence to our right now.
On TJ, move!
Add the double quick by 5 right march.
PSC break falling out.
Up and over and by 5 left.
I don't even know how some of these regiments, some of the regiments are trying to do the commands and movements and all that jazz for Union. I don't even know how you can do that right now. This is...
Nah, are you doing what I'm thinking you're doing?
Yeah,
Well, it was good knowing you.
IGI form on your NCOs.
King is king. May he live long and prosperous. Let's go die with honor.
Paul over here, this one, boys.
88, come on, let's go.
Let's have a look how far.
Again, I mean, Union can only really attack on a small area, and CSC's just got the whole thing. I mean, there's not a whole lot to say for what's going on. I mean, really just hearing what the Union team is saying is all the commentary you need.
You got skirmishers right there northwest and they're shooting us. Main push. We have to go through the right side.
Allez les gars, au-dessus l'étoile, l'étoile s'est barrée.
I hear right side from Union.
Alright, Razor, I'm on your 9.
3 minutes left on that gold timer, basically.
Shoot those skirmishers northwest until we get a...
Alright, let's see here.
You got it.
Victor,
Yeah, we need to be attacking
Victor, what the fuck are we doing?
We need to be attacking through the right side, going up the hill. We have no other choice, even though they're attacking on the left side. So we need to be going up the hill on the right side, okay?
Yeah, Union plan, go up the right side on the hill. I appreciate them doing something. They gotta organize something together as a team. CSA, there's no really weak point. Maybe the CSA right as they're kind of spread out, but of course if they charge down there, that's kind of a long ways around, and they'd basically be attacking roulette lane, as CSA would normally do. We'll see what they charge.
We need to reload. Hold on, we need to reload first.
So maybe 30-45 seconds, I'm guessing, till they charge. And holy crap, these yeah.
Killer's requesting for you to hover over him.
Where is he at?
Turn around, right by our spawn, right there.
Okay.
He's here. He's here.
Friendlies are going in.
Eagle.
Eagle's here. Eagle be with us.
Let's go. Let's go. No,
Thank you.
those fuckers. We're going straight the fuck in.
So Union's going up the hill, Killer's going for the point. Union's getting completely shot up as they charge up the hill.
Oh, I wish you could hear him. I think he said fuck like 100 times during this
Yeah,
charge.
I don't. There he goes.
Get that officer. Race the fence line.
So
Oh,
CSA
man.
kind of counter-charging up this hill. A lot of CSA still on the road. Union very scattered, very spread out on top of the hill. They have won the top of the hill, but not a lot of CSA up there. Some Union charging the left side. HL is going after the skirmishers. Not really the point, which is, I don't know about that
Yeah.
one. 1 minute left on the gold timer. Union's winning up the top of the hill. A lot of them without bayonets and reload. CSA counter-charging in here. Union hit final push. Gold timer would normally drop, but it's very low already, so it won't change.
PSA count. Are they charging back up the hill? Yeah.
Yeah, they're counting, charging up the hill, and they have just retaken the top of the hill pretty decisively. HL, and I see a couple other regiments here as well. They're trying to go around the far side. 15 seconds left on that clock. It's not going to matter.
Yeah,
Cloud,
there's way too many CSA there.
Cloud, you got any thoughts for the round?
No, just props to CSA. I mean, their simple plan worked, and you know, they put it on us for, you know, whatever 20 minutes of that gold timer. So props to them.
I mean, despite what theory and what I may say, it clearly didn't matter. CSA just did what they need to do. Union just kind of let it happen too. You got to defend. You got to collapse on that. You got to do something. You can't let them take the stone wall like that, especially with the quick respawns. And artillery didn't help at all. That was just complete disaster on part of the Union. But CSA played a perfect day. I think that pretty much sums up the entirety of last round and this round. But yeah, thank you all for watching. Thank you, Cloud, for coming on and commentating. But I hope you all enjoyed. Please like, comment, share, and subscribe if you want to support the channel more. Check out the description for our Patreon where we live stream everything we do. You can advertise the regiment on the bottom of our videos and get raw gameplay footage with no commentary or UI as well. But yeah, this was shocking. This was crazy. But
Yeah, it's pretty wild. These HRE events with the full servers are pretty nuts.
Yeah, this is probably the wildest one I've seen in a while. But anyways, thank you all for watching. I hope you enjoyed, and we will see you in the next one. Have a wonderful rest of your night.